All right, boys. All right. Fuck. Finally, fast forward 3 days later, we're back. We're officially here in Dubai. I don't know if you guys can tell based off of yesterday's clips, or I don't know. When I was recording, my computer was just completely bugging out. I'm not sure if it was because of the VPNs or because of the Wi-Fi's, but boys, we are in Dubai as we currently speak. Burj Khalifa view, the best view. I don't know. I'm just saying whatever the locals say. This is what matters right here, right? We've been trying to trade this whole entire week, and the time zones are honestly ridiculous. So right now it is currently 8:40 in the morning Dubai time, and it is currently 1 in the morning Miami time. It's Friday? Wait, what? Wait, if it's 8:41, if it's 1 in the morning in Miami, bro, hold on. What day and time is it in Miami? What the hell? What day and time is it in Miami? It is Friday, 12. Okay, so it's 1 in the morning in Miami. Okay, so that means that we are on our final London session. Wow, that actually changes everything. Thank God. I was ready to take this trade right now, and I am not sure if I'm ready to take this trade because it's Friday. We have a perfect left, head, right shoulder right now cooking up. We have a beautiful shift to structure. Euro USD could have the perfect, like, if this does not have the move in the next 4 hours pretty much, maybe even 8 hours max, we're pretty much cooked, right? Because we'll be at market close. Wow, I really have to make a decision here. I might just take this trade right now. Oh, dude, this whole time zone thing is really messing me up. I'm really out of sync. This trade right here would be a perfect trade if this were be Tuesday, Wednesday, even Thursday. But okay, because I'm seeing the morning, and I don't even know what day it is, but I'm seeing Friday 8 in the morning, and if it's Friday 8 in the morning Miami time, that means that we are basically headed towards the last 4 hours of New York session, and the market is about to close. But if it's 1 in the morning Miami time, we're about to begin London session, so we still have all of London and whatever means something of New York. Yeah, so we might take this trade live right now. I just don't know if it's worth it. But whatever, we have price basically retesting this area of interest. Daily time frame broke the structure. It has been accumulating for 1, 2, 3 days. Beautiful bearish evening star pin bar rejection. Beautiful daily wick. I'm anticipating for that wick to fill. Beautiful 4-hour shift to structure. Left head, right shoulder, retesting that neckline. Picasso. Beautiful retracement, and now we're potentially going to be having that bearish engulfing candlestick in the next 60 minutes. I might say fuck it and just enter this trade right now. I'm not even gonna lie, this trade is just too nice. GBP CHF, basically at the beginning of the week we anticipated for this trade from this area to have a push to the upside and then it come back and have the retest. That is exactly what we have done, and right now that we have done this retest, we could anticipate this trade to have a reaction from this support. Yeah, this trade is cooking up so fire for next week. Like, I'm not even, this is crazy. I'm gonna be here in Dubai probably for like the next week or two, and this is cooking up the perfect trade for that. Like, this is a perfect trade for next week. USD CHF, I was waiting for a break and retest for next week, and it looks like we are currently cooking that up. GBP USD, same exact thing. It looks like we are cooking that up for this following week. Right now we are we're above this area of support, and obviously I cannot sell right into support. I have to wait for price to break below that. So it looks like we might have this trade perfectly into next week. GBP AUD, nothing. This is just, it had to move. Basically the whole entire move happened from this area. I think you guys already know that. So we missed out on this trade. It is what it is, but we called it perfectly. NZD CAD, we avoided this loss to perfection. So NZD CAD, I would have entered this trade once again probably a year ago. This is a trade that I've been avoiding pretty often lately. We had a pullback into this area. I just wanted to wait for a daily rejection. As I would have waited for that daily rejection, I would have realized that price never stopped, and we would have continued going to the upside, and I would have avoided this loss. Even though we had a perfect left head, right shoulder break at that neckline, just sometimes my experience requires me to wait for extra confirmations, and sometimes it doesn't, and sometimes it works in my favor, and sometimes it doesn't. That is the nature of trading, ladies and gentlemen. It's just that intuition and that decision making at that point. USD JPY, so exactly what I said. If we pretty much come back right below this area of interest, we're just going to continue setting through that zone. I've seen a lot of students inside of my community that they actually sold inside of this, and they sold back to the bottom of the zone. That was a possibility. I've been traveling the majority of this week. Traveled for like pretty much like 20 hours if you combine the flight, like the whole logistics before and after. So I've just been all over the place this week. So I don't feel like I've missed out on much because the market's really haven't given me a big move aside from GBP, AUD. AUD USD had the break from this area, is now having the retest. I think this is cooking up the perfect trade as well for next week. Bro, next week is going to be such a fire week. Here in Dubai is crazy too, right? AUD CHF. Yeah, nothing really on GBP, on AUD CHF, and Euro USD. I don't even think I was interested in this for a reason. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. We might take this Euro USD trade, but now factoring in that it's the last London session of the week. I don't like taking trades like this, right? Let me just put my alarm below here. If it does engulf for whatever reason, I'll make a decision at that point. But I don't know. I'm just enjoying the view right now. Honestly, bro, this is pretty bad. This is pretty bad now that I think about it, because I think this week is setting up the perfect trade. Like, let's say this does not happen this week, right? Let's say this trade for whatever reason does not happen. It just has to consolidate. That sets up the perfect trade for next week. And the reason why that is bad is because I am in Dubai right now. I'm literally here. Like, I am in Dubai. And if I actually enter this trade next week, I will make $500,000. It's gonna look so fake. Bro, it's gonna look like I'm just fucking doing some fugazi shit, but I'm not. This is just a perfect trade set. Bro, this is a perfect trade setup. This is a perfect trade. Like, I am literally going to make probably $500,000 next week because of how fire these markets are loading up. My timing to Dubai could have not been better, to be completely honest. Damn, I'm just gonna look like another one of these guys, bro. I'm not gonna get like a Lamborghini or Ferrari. I'm not gonna rent one of those bullshit cars out here. I'm gonna get a BMW or whatever. But I'm just thinking, bro, this is not good. I mean, it's good, but fuck. I almost wanna, like, I don't even know. Cause I wanna make money. I might just do it and not post it, cause I don't want people to think I'm doing some shit just because I'm in Dubai. Like, I'm actually good, you know? Like, I really trade like that. I don't know. Let's see what happens, boys, but this is a perfect trade setup for next week. I am not even going to lie. I'm very excited for this, so I'll keep you guys updated. Make sure to set and forget, and I'll see you guys in the next couple of hours. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another Alex G Trades week. I think this might be the craziest week that I have personally done in my journey in this account here on YouTube. All I can say is that I think this might be my biggest trading week in a very long time. And not because of monetary amount, because I decided to do something that I've never done in a very long time. And that is literally share my exact signal on a trade that I'm gonna be interested in taking. Like, I'm gonna go on social media and I'm gonna tell 200,000 people that watch my stories every single day. Like, this is not even cap that you can literally look at this. This is 200,000 people that see my Instagram stories every single day. I'm gonna literally tell them, yo, buy this, sell this. And I'm about to break that down with you guys now, and you guys are gonna get the full in-depth explanation, because on social media I'm just gonna say it. Why did I decide to do this? I don't know. I just wanted to challenge myself. Honestly, I feel like trading has become very easy for me lately, and I've been able to capitalize off of it and do very well. And I just want to help people all around the world. I want people to be able to capitalize off of it and use the money that they make, hopefully this week, to either, you know, get a better trading account, get out of some debt, get better education, or just make some money. hopefully, right, there obviously is a risk associated with this. If you want to copy my trade, you need to understand there's a risk associated with it. But I'm going to make sure that I don't share my highest risk trade setup. I'm going to make sure that I do the best trade setup, that it doesn't have the highest probability of losing, right? I'm not, and it's crazy, right? Because out of the trade that I might share the best probability trade setup, and it still might be a loser, and the higher risk trade might have been the winner one. But you guys are gonna get the full breakdown of every single trade. But I do see a very, very strong week coming. We're here in Dubai right now. As you can tell, this is the Burj Khalifa behind me, but it's actually in front of me because this is the reflection of the Burj Khalifa in the building behind me, or the glass behind me, whatever. So another reason why I feel very confident about this is because right now it is currently 8:49 in the morning, but it is technically 1 in the morning Miami time. So my day is about to begin, and so is London session. So I am very confident not only about my trades, but I'm literally going to be fully awake when these markets give these opportunities in London session, in pre-London session, during London session, pre-New York session, during New York session. I'm going to be fully awake because the trading sessions happen throughout the day. And I think this is why there's so many traders here in Dubai, and why this type of the world is very commonly traded on currency markets, because you're literally awake as a regular person on the prime time that the markets move. In Miami, it's 1 in the morning right now. I would have to stay up all night for me to catch a decent session in London. Where here it's the complete opposite. You just wake up and have your normal day, and you're part of the market. So that's very cool. And that's another reason why I feel very confident. And I already tested this. I've been here for a week already. I don't know how much longer I'm going to be here. Maybe another week, maybe 2 weeks. I already tested it last week, and it worked perfectly. So let's see how it works this week, right? So let's start breaking it down. So my first market that I'm interested for the week was Euro USD. Euro USD last week, I've been very interested since trading it, but right now we are at an all-time high, and this all-time high had a massive liquidity grab with this very strong weekly bearish pin bar, breaking through all these highs. We are very much bullish. This market has had a very strong clean push to the upside, but we're approaching this strong resistance level that we haven't broken above since 2021, right? And right now we are simply just below this level, and that is a fact. The daily time frame has currently shifted bearish. This was the higher low, this is the higher high. Now we are bearish, retesting this area of interest once again, and we've had a very clean daily shooting star, evening star, engulfing candlestick. Now what I see here on the 4 hour is a beautiful 4 hour accumulating at this area of interest. This is creating a beautiful left head, right shoulder, multiple right shoulders. But what I see here as the most important is a neckline, this neckline of this head and shoulders. Now I want price to break this neckline of the head and shoulders, and I can enter the trade to the downside. This is not quite there just yet. I believe that this market from this point right here could potentially have a clean rejection from here. Like maybe this is the exact area where it actually has the push, but I need that push and that retest for me to enter the trade to the upside. I want to enter the trade at the bottom of this area. I don't want to enter the trade at the top of this area, because price could basically come, use this as support as it's done in the past, and then have a push to the upside. I want to wait till price gets below it, because clearly whenever we are below this area, price clearly continue going to the downside. Do I get a little bit worse of an entry? Sure, but I get a much better confirmation on my trade as a whole. That's what I personally want if I'm going to be sharing with 200,000 people the trade that I'm going to be interested in taking. So I have my alarm set up right here, so price notifies me once and if we ever decide to do that. Next is going to be NZD USD. Very similar to Euro USD, but this one looks much, much cleaner. Hopefully this week, this gentleman right here won't be out for a while, but yeah, hopefully he doesn't do us dirty in the markets this week, because yeah, that would not be fun. Right now, NZD USD, we have a massive bearish engulfing candlestick now retesting this structure. Daily time frame, we are now currently retesting this area of interest. And now that we're retesting this area of interest, I then go down to the 4 hour, and I see that the 4 hour is currently potentially creating a head and shoulders. Same exact thing as Euro USD. I need a break and retest of this neckline for me to enter this trade to the downside. Very simple. It's basically the exact same trade. This is just a lot further from this neckline. Euro USD is a lot closer to this neckline. Next, we have Euro GBP. This is the one trade where it is a degenerate trade. This is a very high risk trade, but I think it might be ready to take like right now as we speak. Maybe in the next 8 minutes. I'd wait probably for this candlestick to close, but left head, right shoulder, break this neckline, retesting it, It's like the perfect counter trend trade setup. But that's the problem. It's a counter trend trade setup. It is a perfect trade setup for this to literally, because like we're expecting for price to have a retracement to this area, right? So right now we've had technically this market is bullish. We've had a push up, but I believe this needs a better retest of this area before continuing heading to the upside. And last week we had a massive weekly bearish engulfing pin bar candlestick. I expect this week to be the fill of that. We are technically retesting below this minor daily area of interest right here. So this is our resistance, support. We're retesting it. The 4-hour time frame probably has the cleanest head and shoulders I've seen this week. This is the cleanest head and shoulders that you can possibly ask for right here. Like everything that I would want to take a counter trend trade is right here, but I don't know if I want to share a counter trend trade in front of 200,000 people. Like this is not the brightest idea in my opinion, but the trade might be there. Oh man, it's like a love-hate thing, because you ask for all of these extra confirmations and then the market does it, and then you ask yourself, does it make sense to take the trade or not? It's a great question. It's a great question. I'll wait. I'm gonna wait these 6 minutes and we'll come back to it. We'll get through this quick. GBP CHF, we are basically at the all-time low, literally the lowest point we have ever taken, at the lowest point we've ever been in this market. This is an extremely high-risk degenerate trade. I do not suggest this trade to anybody, but if you were to take it, this is the trade that I would probably take and not share, but this is like the perfect degenerate trade. We're at the lowest point we've ever been. The 4-hour time frame right now, I'm going to be waiting for price to have a break and retest above this area here. So I have this like big bullish candle in case we actually end up doing that. Let me actually delete this alarm. I don't know why there's 2 alarms here, but I need this alarm to get hit right around here for this market to let me know once we're shifting, rejecting this left head, right shoulder, this inverted neckline of the head and shoulders, for me to take this trade to the upside. GBP AUD, I broke this down last night with my students. If it closed with a strong engulfing, I'd be interested in selling the trade. The trade had a stronger engulfing than I anticipated. Trade had a pretty aggressive move. Not really in the business to chase this trade. I literally broke this down last night on Sunday Swings with my students. By the way, if you guys have not subscribed to this channel, literally subscribe to this channel. I break down every single one of the pairs that I do with my students as detailedly as I possibly can. I just kind of give you guys the overview. But with my students every single Sunday, I literally give them these exact trades, a much deeper call on why I'm interested in these markets and why I'm not interested in these other 25 other markets. So I give them the breakdown of the ones that make the most sense and the ones that don't. So I find these markets every single week with my students, and I actually explain to them in a much deeper way that I am doing right now why I'm interested in entering some trades and why I'm not interested in others. But yeah, if you guys want to know more about that, check the link in the description below and hit the subscribe button, because I want this channel to be my new way of educating people in trading with real live raw markets. And if you guys aren't subscribed, you're not going to get this reminder. AUD USD, we have a perfect weekly bullish engulfing candlestick last week. Beautiful pro trend trade, retesting this area here. Like this trade is perfect. Daily time frame, we have a daily retest of this area, break above this area, retest of this area right here. 4-hour time frame, it currently seems to be creating a perfect shift of structure. This one just looks good as well. Oh man, I'm going to be waiting for a little bit of a retest, and on this retest, if I get an engulfing, I'm going to enter this trade to the upside. I love how the daily looks. I love how the 4-hour looks. I love how this market is just moving as a whole on this area right here. So we're going to wait for this one as well. I just moved it up because I actually like this market a lot. GBP AUD we broke down. Euro AUD, this one, I just believe it's just going to continue going to the downside. If the daily could close like this, that would be massive, because then I would enter off of the next day. I don't want to enter off of today's move. I feel like it would be an impulse move. I want this market to have the continuation push to the downside, and then I'll wait for the retest for us to enter this trade to the downside. So it'll be a quick break, retest, and then I'd be interested in selling. Basically what we did here, break, retest, sell. Right now we're just having that break. I'll wait for the retest. GBP USD, we're going to be waiting for this to have a proper break and retest, so we are yet to do that. And the USD CHF, a proper break and retest. Basically, once this price breaks and retests this neckline of the head and shoulders, retest this EMA, I'm going to be interested in taking this trade to the downside. I'd say right now my priority is indeed AUD USD, Euro GBP, and Euro USD for a sell. So let me organize all these markets right here. Yeah, so these are my top 3 markets right now. Euro USD for a sell, AUD USD for a sell, and this is where some people get confused. They're like, wait, but here you're going to be selling the dollar, or yeah, basically selling the buying the dollar. Here you're going to be selling the dollar. How do you do that? Well, I just pick whichever one makes the most sense and then I take it. And you guys also have to remember there's 2 other currency pairs on this market right here that influence greatly this market. So we can't just take a trade based off of the USD. Obviously the USD is the stronger currency and it's going to primarily move this market, but these other currency pairs will have a great effect on it. And then we also have the counter trend trade. So let me think about it. I'll cook it up right now. I want to focus and see exactly what I'm going to do and what the decision I'm going to take. I'll update you guys now. All right, ladies and gentlemen, update. There's just so much that has gone down since the last time I recorded this. Let's just start breaking some things down, I guess. Just so much has happened. So Euro USD obviously had a very strong sell-off. We basically sold off with the sell-off, came back, retested it, massive daily bearish engulfing candlestick with a bearish pin bar. Today we have filled that, and we have 5 hours left in this candlestick to close. Right now it's currently 11:46 in the morning EST, so we're waiting for this to continue having a push to the downside. It's moving very clean. 4-hour close, the structure below. We've obviously been in both of these positions, well, this one and in the other one. So we got an upgraded account on the broker that we're using, so we're able to finally do more than 90 lots. That 90 lot shit was extremely annoying, but right now we're up probably $843,000 on this trade. So we were up actually $500,000 on this trade. And I called it to perfection on Euro USD. AUD USD, we dodged this bullet. And Euro GBP, we called this sell to perfection. Beautiful entry right after this rejection. Beautiful push to the downside. We held through like a fucking menace to society. And we are now having this. It's just so crazy that I actually held all the way down. It's just insane. And I'm going to continue to hold this position down. But basically, this counter trend trade has happened. NZD USD is currently cooking up another trade right now. And I think it's going to basically cook this up for tomorrow, right? I would not enter a trade right now after this daily bearish engulfing candlestick. I'm going to wait for a wick pullback into this area, and after this wick pullback is then when I'm going to be interested in the sells. But this so far has been playing out to perfection as well, so I have that noted. GBP CHF, if we would have entered this trade, we'd be in a little bit of a consolidation. Daily looks like it's creating another daily doji as well, so I'd be very interested in entering this trade as well later into this week after retesting of this engulfing. And GBP AUD had to move to the downside, bounce off of here, and now having to move back to the upside. Not that interested into this trade anymore. Basically, this trade has already pretty much just happened. The trade is gone. Not that interested. Euro AUD had a little bit of move, nothing. GBP USD, nothing. And USD CHF, nothing. Our main focus is to continue to hold Euro USD. AUD USD, maybe for some potential buys, not really. Gonna continue holding these sells on Euro GBP for the next couple of hours, see how the daily time frame closes. NZD USD is my next trade that I'm gonna be interested in taking 100%. We're gonna put it as our #1 pair. And GBP CHF is going to be another trade that I'm going to be very interested in executing as well. Have to wait for this daily time frame to close in the next couple of hours. So yeah, that's pretty much everything for now. Not the most active week. I've just been in Dubai. We went to the Forex Expo. Met a couple of cool guys out here, and I think for the first time in years, I'm actually enjoying not recording stuff, and I'm just like actually living life, and it's pretty cool. So I'm kind of just enjoying it, right? And I think tomorrow we're gonna go to the lions. So one of my rich friends here, part of the royal family, has like a lion tiger, so we're gonna go to that tomorrow. And I probably will not do an update, sorry, but I explained it here, and maybe we come back the day after and then I'll show you guys. I think this is the first time I'm actually like not prioritizing the work. I'm prioritizing like just living in the moment, and I'm loving it. I'm having a great time. And I think that these trades are just so simple. I say them every single week inside this channel. If you guys follow along, you guys know, I'm literally just like repeating myself with new examples every single week, and you guys are capitalizing off of it. I literally posted on my Twitter, Literally posted on my Twitter this trade to perfection. I literally posted me explaining this trade. I mean, you guys can, editor, please pop it up. Screenshots of my Twitter here of me literally just sending these trades out here publicly, telling people to continue to hold. These are my 3 trade ideas. This is all like live, right? Like, you know, what do we have? How many people saw this? 66,000 people saw this. Like I literally said, Euro USD sell, AUD buy, and then yeah. I think you guys get the point. Set a motherfucking forget. I'm not even supposed to like be. Ah man. We're up $716,000. This is fucking insane. The fact that I'm up nearly $1 million in just 3 days is absolutely insane. Coming from somebody that like I've made a fuck ton of money, but this is like an unfathomable amount of money for such a little amount of time and such a little amount of effort. Like I haven't done fucking anything. All I've just done is execute a trade and just wait. Yes, this trade came back, could have taken me out at break even. I could have even lost some money, but that's just the risk that I took behind the trade. But the fact that I'm up $720,000 on a fucking Wednesday is just mind blowing to me right now. And I feel it's like I came here to Dubai. I was here for a week. I understood how the trading time zones worked. I saw the markets cooking up for next week, and I capitalized off of that. I set a goal for myself. I manifested. I put it out into there. I'm like, yo, this week I want to make a motherfucking $1 million. So some people might look at me like I'm crazy. Some people might look at me like this is a unrealistic goal. Some people might look at me and think it's fake. But I'll tell you this, I'm the motherfucker that's up right now, $718,000. I'm the motherfucker that called it. I'm the motherfucker that put it out there. And now it's here. It's kind of crazy. I don't know. It's just I mean, you guys are gonna be watching this. Who knows from where in the world? And like, I'm just experiencing it here now, and it's very real. And you know, I'm not here to just like flex. I'm not here to shit on you, or I'm just here to show you what's possible. I'm here to show you the transparency behind it. And if I can do it, so can you. All right, so you guys can see right here yesterday, I was literally explaining the only trade I was interested in entering was NZD USD. I needed that break. I needed that retest to sell. And yeah, we never got that fucking retest and we never sold. But you know what? It's okay. So we predicted another market. This is another beautiful execution of another trade following the strategy. Like, bro, there's so much free money this week. I told, bro, this is so crazy. Oh man, this is so crazy. I literally told you guys yesterday, the daily time frame closes bearish engulfing like this. We're gonna wait for a little pullback to then sell. The 4-hour time frame has had no pullback. So since it had no pullback, we simply did not get to enter the sell. But the movers right there, the head and shoulders was right there, the break, even the retest, but the retest happened too late into the day. Euro USD, my boys, we are up the 1 to 2 risk to reward. We have officially hit our take profit. And we are now approaching this level of support. I very strongly believe that we are going to have a reaction from this support level right here. I do believe that this can potentially have, have this create a push to the upside. If not, I believe this will close very strong engulfing and just keep going down. I'm probably not going to be in that trade for that long. Like this to me is already good. I caught the right shoulder or the retest of the neckline to the support level. I'm pretty much done right at this level here. GBP CHF has had a very strong reaction from this level of support. I was lurking at it earlier. So right now it's 8:30 in the morning here and it's 12:30 in Miami. So we're about to enter a London session. Like it's only the middle of the week. We are still only getting started. Like this looks like it's about to fly. This to me looks like it's about to take off. This is just creating a perfect base at this level. I might just enter this other trade. I literally just might enter this trade because fuck it. I'm gonna enter on one of my other accounts. Yeah, I'm gonna enter on another account of mine. Give me a second. What phone? Fuck, it's on the other phone. But I'm gonna enter this buy right here. We'll just put this along. I'm gonna wait for Yeah, I'll wait for this candlestick to close in the next 28 minutes. So yeah, this AUD, GBP AUD, we're going to continue to go. Euro GBP has had a very strong push to the downside, and we've capitalized off of this whole entire move. Even with this retracement right here, we've continued to set and forget, let the trade come back into this area. We're going to potentially be interested in closing very soon here, simply because I don't believe that this has more downside potential. I believe this is a pro-trend trade, and this is the area where it can potentially have a reaction from, and then it can obviously have a push up, or once again, it can literally do this, have a massive weekly bearish engulfing, and then continue having a push down. But I've already capitalized off of this more than I should have. I don't need any more. Obviously it would be cool, but I'm very content. So I know I wanted to make $1 million this week, but I think I'm just good with the 700 grand. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I think I'm just going to take this 710 and run with it, because I don't even want to risk. Like, this is good. This is good. I'll keep my eye on it. Basically, NZD USD, we missed it. GBP CHF, we continue to have the move. And, you know, you guys, I feel like you guys have seen like a different side of me this week, because I'm out of my regular routine in my home. I'm out of my time zone. I'm out of just like what built me as a person. I'm just out of my system, my routine. I love my routine. I love what I've built, and I don't give that up for anybody. I don't give that up for anything, and that's what got me to the point where I am now. And being able to still thrive and succeed out of my routine, out of my environment, just shows, once you have a proven concept, what the fuck you can do, you know? I don't know. It's pretty exciting, pretty cool. I'm actually having a great time. So I haven't had a great time in a while. So we're going to close out this trade probably in the next 30 minutes to an hour, because I want to see what London session could do. Maybe it could give me some more profit. And we're going to go chill with some lions, some tigers. Hopefully not get eaten, but I doubt it. But I don't know. It's pretty crazy. That's all I can say. I just keep saying that. It's pretty crazy. I feel like I'm young again, in a way. I feel like I'm young again, because like when you get so successful and you make so much money so fast, like you kind of like lose touch with a lot of things. Like there's no supercar, there's no hypercar, there's no car that's gonna like wow me anymore, right? But doing something like this that I'm doing right now is just wowing me. Making a shit ton of money out of my home while I'm traveling and having fun, it's just like this new feeling. It's like this new high that I've just gotten right now. I'm just enjoying this. Because right now, I could be up this money in Miami, and all right, now I just, you know, I'd go to my gym. I'd just be in my routine, and that's all what I've built and what I've created and I loved. But it's not new. It's not exciting. And I feel like this right now is just new and exciting, and I'm loving it. That's all I can say. So last update, we are up 710,000. We'll update you guys later. See you boys. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back after breaking the record of making $750,000. Let me get you guys the exact number on how much money I just made. So this is an update a couple hours later. You know, editor, please popped up the Instagram reel of me closing out the trade live. We closed out for a total of $730,000. We have officially withdrawn $500,000 from our $750,000 record day, or week, if you want to call it. And I mean, I'm just going to let the markets speak for themselves, right? So Euro USD, we close out this trade here like a fucking pussy, bro. This literally continued to drop to the downside, where I could have made double of what I had originally closed out at this point. All right, so we're back. So I guess the computer starts like overheating and starts lagging, right? But okay, we're here. So basically, Euro USD had a beautiful continuation push to the downside. As you can tell, we had a massive push to the downside after having this beautiful break of this lower low, creating a new lower low. This is a perfect lower high, left head, right shoulder, rejection from the area of interest, literally everything that we would want to see from the trade. Beautiful weekly bearish engulfing after these 8 weeks of just consolidation, 9 weeks of consolidation. And now it's just a very easy play. We continue selling this trade to the downside. I would have had the perfect entry to pretty much swing this for the next 2 weeks, but I'm just not that guy right now. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not that guy to be entering those type of trades, and I just decided to close my trade out there. NZD USD, I did not manage to catch this trade. As you guys can tell, this happened literally perfectly. I was waiting for this trade to give me that bearish rejection candlestick. Was a bit too low on the retracement. I was just being way too picky. And on this pickiness, I literally decided, like, I just missed out on this whole entire move. But this is another perfect example of the markets playing out to perfection. This is Picasso. This is artwork. This is just how the market should move. Break, retest of the area of interest, rejection, engulfing, sell. Like, that's it. That's just how the market should move. This is how we have been able to catch these trades week after week after week. So this market played out perfectly. GBP CHF, like I said, massive counter trend trade, massive high risk trade. I did not execute this trade, and we avoided this loss by simply just sticking to the trades that make the most sense. Even the ones like these that look the best, they're still high risk at the end of the day. And, you know, it doesn't really make sense to take a trade if it's a high risk. Yes, it has all the other possible confluences at the lowest point ever, blah, 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 blah. Still a high risk trade, right? Next, we have AUD USD, which we were completely wrong about this trade. And obviously, we were right pretty much about every other single market. And this did not have the move to the upside. And last but not least, I believe it was Euro GBP, which we had the counter trend trade here. And then we had the reaction from this level exactly how I anticipated. So we are pretty much, I don't know, what do you want to call it? A 3 for 7, 4 for 7. All you really need is just one. You need to catch 1 or 2 of these a week, and that's all you need. And this is what I do every single week with my students inside of my community. I literally share with them every single one of these trades live as they're happening. And I'm like, yo, guys, Sunday, so Sunday swings, I get on a call. I'm like, yo, we're going to be interested in this, this, this. This is why we're not going to be interested in this. And then after, I do like one-on-one calls with my students, and then I get to like further break down trades that they've taken in the past, mistakes that they do. I literally review the trades. So if you guys want to know more about this, hit the link in the description down below, because it's something that I do every single week, and I only do with a very close group of people, because it's not something that I do with everybody, because it's simply I'm one person and I can only work with a certain amount of people. So I would try my best to make it the best quality possible, and it not be something that I just let anybody in. So if you guys want to know more about that, link in the description. Broker that I use in the link in the description down below. And if at this point in the video you are not subscribed to the channel, this channel, which is just strictly about trading, all I can say is you're missing out. Hit that subscribe button. Every single week I'm dropping live bangers just like this one, where I am giving you my whole entire thought process, my whole entire rundown of the exact trades that I'm entering, why I'm entering it, how I'm entering it, the full breakdown. And I think this is very educational. I think this is very real, raw, and how I trade while I'm traveling, how I trade when I break records like this one that I just broke right now, or how I just trade when I'm in my regular normal routine. I've been here in Dubai for 2 weeks now. I'll probably be here for another week, maybe 2 weeks, and then head back to Miami, because honestly the trading here is pretty ridiculous, and I'm actually able to trade better. My trading time zone is so much better because I don't have to wake up for London session. I just stay up, or maybe I go back to Miami and I just stay with this sleep schedule, which is pretty crazy, because right now it is 1 in the afternoon and it's 5 in the morning in Miami time. So yeah, I'm just ranting at this point. Hit that subscribe button. See you guys in the next video. And set and forget, boys.